Well, a lot of people ask me, one question, how I got into magic. And it's not how you think. When I was 4 years old, I had a brother. He was a year younger than me. He was 3. And my brother, he had a bad liver, and unfortunately, he was the first successful liver transplant in the United States of America. His name was Anthony Scott Borgia. Unfortunately, he passed away of complications 3 months after the operation. And I was left at 4, not knowing where my little brother went. I had a void that needed to be filled. Magic filled that void. I saw a magician. His name was Doug Henning, and I saw him on Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I just aged myself good. Can I borrow that stool just for a second? So when I saw this guy, first I was in shock and disbelief of what I was seeing. What was going to fill this void of my brother vanishing? I didn't know what death was. Magic was the one thing in my life that I knew for sure that was going to be my passion and my journey. Then you have the shock disbelief when you watch magic and your mind scrambles what the heck you're seeing. But then magic has this power to instill a sense of wonder or a sense of awe. A sense of awe. You've all experienced it. The definition goes, awe is the feeling of being in the presence of something vast or beyond human scale that transcends our current understanding of things. Kind of cool. You feel awe when you commune with nature, yeah? When you see a rainbow, when you stare up at the night sky. That is the feeling and sensation of awe. Pretty cool. Even spiritual belief, religious belief. You look up at the night sky, you see the forces of nature with lightning. When you watch the sunrise, when you see the sunset, when you watch the moon go over, that is the power of awe. And I know you've all experienced this. I know I have. But think about this. When you watch movies, how do movies make you feel? Well, you can be happy, sad, laugh, cry. Somehow they take your perception and bring you in with all your emotions, and they really empower you watching this film. It's like consciousness is a magic trick inside of your head. Same thing with music. I love music. Just like we saw on that video, the virtual choir, that was absolutely amazing. Now, I've traveled to over 70 countries on this planet, and I've seen festivals and groups of people collaborate with music. The power of auditory music fascinated me. Interesting. There's some clips right there of people around the world all moving from me to we. Kind of cool. But then, there is magic. How does magic make you feel? Well, first of all, you have to know magic is the one thing that creates and binds the entire universe together, whether you believe in it or not. It's in everyone, everything, all around us. Tonight, right in this room, I'm going to give you that sense of awe. And through the camera, to everybody watching live, streaming. So, what I'd like to do is you can roll tape right now. I have a question for everybody in this audience. How many people have ever heard of remote viewing? Round of applause. Perfect. I'm going to educate you. How many people believe that everything in life happens for a reason? Let me hear you nice and loud. Come on. Yeah? Good. My mother would always say that there are no accidents. And my favorite saying, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Tonight, right in your seat, you're going to experience a coincidence. And not just that, we're going to go through the camera, through live streaming right in your home. You're going to experience what that's like. So, I want to separate men and women tonight. I'm going to have you all think of a number from 1 to 10. That's your starting point. But I want all the women to think of an odd number, okay? Men, think of an even number. Everybody got it? Good. I want you to remember the word next to your number. Number 1 is bright red. And number 2 is mini size. Number 3, Icy cold, number 4, is a child's toy. And number 5 is a sweet treat. Number 6, a sporty vehicle. Number 7, fruity flavor. Number 8, radio control. Number 9, melted mess. Number 10, rubber wheels. Now, by a round of applause, you all got your number and your word, correct? Good, good. And these words are not connected in any way, shape, or form. They're just randomly selected, and they won't make sense to your conscious mind. They're designed to make sense to your subconscious mind. Remember, everyone in this room and watching through the TV, this is going to happen right here. Let's see how this operates. I'm going to show you a list of 10 random words. Find the one word that matches or describes the word that was next to your number. First up is a horse blanket. Next, a remote-controlled car. A coffee maker. A cherry popsicle. A best-selling novel. A novelty button. A ream of paper. A yellow daffodil. Black shoelace. Okay, and finally we have hammer and nails. Did everybody find a match? Please put your hands together so I know. And hopefully watching live streaming, you have your final word. Remember, these words are not connected, they're random. But a coincidence you've experienced before. We're gonna see if, gentlemen, put your hands together if I get this right. It is a remote-controlled car you are thinking of, then. All right. Women, you are thinking of a cherry popsicle. Come on! And that's the sense of awe. So having the ability as a 6-year-old kid, losing my brother, and finding my passion, I get to travel the world and do this and instill a sense of awe in people all over the world. And I am so grateful. Next, we're going to try an experiment that I think is kind of interesting. Let's see if we can roll music for one moment. And we're going to cut to live camera just for a second. This is Stuart, our live camera operator. Everybody wave hello to Stuart. There we are. Hi, Stuart. Let's get a good shot of the audience. Everybody up there, wave hello. You're on TV. Streaming live. I'm going to use somebody from the audience. So you're going to be the antenna for this experiment. We're going to try. Deck of cards. You all have one in your house, in your junk drawer. But when I did a paper on a deck of playing cards, I found something very, very interesting. That a deck of cards, nobody knew for sure who invented a deck of cards on this planet, what year they were invented, or where they came from. To me, that was fascinating. Caught my attention right away. From there, I discovered that there's an actual code, a secret code embedded in this deck of cards, and it mirrors our life cycle and our life calendar. I'd like to share this with you, and we're going to use this code to try something with people in the audience. A deck of cards is made up of 4 suits, correct? And these 4 suits match the 4 seasons. Coincidence? Okay, maybe. But if you think about how many face cards there are in a deck, there are 12 face cards in a deck, which match the 12 months in the year and the 12 zodiac signs. Hold on a second. How many cards are in a deck? 52, which match 52 weeks in the year. And if that's not enough, if you were to count every single pip, and by pip I mean heart, club, spade, and diamond, guess how many there are? 365, one for every day in the year. I found that fascinating. Tonight we're going to try something. What's your name, pal? Dennis. Can we put you on camera? Is that okay? Ladies and gentlemen, a bold man. Put him up for Dennis. Right there. Yes. That's Dennis. And Dennis, where are you from? You're from Turkey. I've been to your country. It's amazing. I was in Kusadasi. Do you live there?
No, I live in Istanbul.
You live in Istanbul. Oh, a tiny little place. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful country. Well, Dennis, thank you for helping me out. I'm going to show the camera, first of all, that we are operating with a full deck of playing cards, but I took the jokers out. And remember, Dennis, I told you about this code within the deck of cards. So you are going to be the antenna for what's about to happen. Aren't you excited? Mm-hmm. Yes, Bobby, I can't take it. Thanks, Dennis. Dennis, here we go. So I want you to just fan the cards out lightly and stop so the camera can get a good shot.
Okay. So like.
Just like that. You can fan them. You can close the cards. All different audience, yes. Close the cards, Dennis. Close the card. You're going to take this rubber band, and I want you to rubber band the deck twice, please. Yep. You're doing a fine job, Dennis. And square the cards up really good on the table. And the other way. And would you stand up and look directly into that camera? Wave goodbye, Dennis. I'm kidding, Dennis. No, I was kidding. You're like, I'm from Turkey. I don't know what the hell's going on, but here we go. No, stand up, look into that camera. Dennis, check this out. You're going to be the antenna for something cool. You ready? Okay. Dennis, I'm not going to ask you to pick a card. You're not going to do that, all right? You're going to actually think of a card that you see, but by doing this, place them face down in your right hand. Or your left hand. Let's go left hand. In Turkey, we use a left hand for card tricks. That's good. It's left hand. So, Dennis, check this out. I'm going to ask you to just take your thumb and crack it open and peek at one card. Go. You got one, Dennis? Okay. Remember your card. You got it? Now, I want you to turn around and look at all these wonderful people out here in the TED Talk audience. Oh, yeah. And what I want you to do is I want you to name out loud. You're going to pick man or woman. It's up to you. You have 3 things to do here. Choice, chance, and fate. By choice, you're going to pick somebody in this room. Go right ahead, Dennis. Well, just male or female. Oh, go ahead. Who are we pointing to?
Yeah.
The man in the what color shirt? The yellow. Would you just throw the cards right up to the guy in the yellow shirt? There we go. That's why we have the rubber band. Let's acknowledge Dennis. Yeah, Dennis, have a seat. Awesome. Thank you. And what's your name? Austin, how are you today? Awesome. Are you from Turkey too? That would be a coincidence, wouldn't it, Austin? Austin, check this out. I want you to hold the deck face down in your left hand and just take your thumb and peek at one. You got one? Now I want you to out loud name man or woman. You pick one, okay? You want a woman? Okay. Dennis has had a rough life, sorry. All right, Dennis, check this out. Which woman are you picking? Okay, wonderful. And Dennis, throw those cards right over to the wonderful one on the count of 3. All right, Dennis, do it your way. What's your name, dear? Natika. You're not from Erie, are you? I didn't think so. Where are you from, dear? You're from India. Namaste. Okay. Give it up for India. Come on. Yeah. Say your name one more time. Natika. Natika, I've never met you before in my life. You see, Dennis here took control of the deck of cards, and then he picked the gentleman in the yellow, and now we're going over to you. And I want you to do me a favor, hold them face down. I want you to cut them, peek at one. Go right ahead. You got it? Perfect. Would you mind tossing the cards from person to person? We're just going to keep them on the desk down here, okay? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. And yeah, just there we go. And perfect. So here we go. Oh, did we get it? Nobody move. Security? Got it? Dennis, I'd like to acknowledge you. Please stand up and acknowledge Dennis. And Dennis, you picked your Austin. Austin, stand up. And Natika, stand up. Let's hear it for them. Listen to me closely. I cannot read minds. I'm not going to pretend to be a mind reader. When you see a magic show and they pretend to read minds, well, that's not what's going to happen. Because tonight I shared that there's a code within a deck of cards, and I hope you guys found that fascinating. We're going to try something with one question. I need one question asked. Dennis, we're going to start with you. What month were you born?
July.
You were born in July. You had that's tough. I was going to say a black card, but you're thinking of a red card. Am I correct? Nod your head, yes or no? Yes, red card. Ta-da! All right, that's it. Austin, what month were you born? Oh, you had a red card. You're not impressed, Austin? What the heck? You're like, yeah. Yeah, how many fingers am I holding up? 2. Hey, good day. I don't know, Austin. And you picked Natika from India. What month were you born, dear? You had a black card, am I correct? No, hold on 1 second. A red card. No, it would be impossible for me to really know. I'm just seeing what month you were born and wanted to know. I'm going to name a card. I'm going to name 2 cards, actually 3 cards. If I name your card correctly, would you please do me a favor and acknowledge me that I got it right by just sitting down? Now, if I get one right, the audience, you'd be kind of impressed maybe? You want all three. You pay damn good money for the TED Talk tonight, I understand. Five of diamonds, six of hearts, eight of clubs. Go. Boom. We got it. Oh, we got two. Good. All three. Come on. Everybody put your right hand in the air. I feel like Joel Osteen right now. And put it down. And how did you all do that? You thought about it. Your thoughts cause, control, and direct every single thing you do in life, from the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed. Now, I've researched and studied a lot of books on the law of attraction. Round of applause if you know what I'm talking about, the law of attraction. The secrets, yeah. Well, this is interesting because whether you believe it or not, gravity, if you can't see it, if you jump off a building, you're gonna fall. And the law of attraction, I have really researched this and applied it in my life and found that, yeah, there is something kind of cool here. So we're gonna try an experiment like we did with my man Dennis here being the antenna from Turkey. Thanks again, pal. We're gonna use your birthday, is that okay? Okay, cool. So you were born in November, correct? Oh, July, sorry, July. And you were born in July. Coincidence? If you were born in the month of July, and even through the internet, if you were born in the month of July, I'm gonna ask you to stand up right where you're at and stay standing. And please acknowledge all the July birthdays, yeah? There we go. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. My question is this: is it possible for everybody that is standing right now to somehow all be connected together as one and share the same thought? Well, we've talked about it, you've read about it, and tonight we're gonna try this experiment. Now, before we did it with 3 people, it's gonna be a little tougher. So if you're standing, remember, you were selected for a very important reason. There are no accidents, and there's no such thing as a coincidence. So check this out. We took some cards from the deck. We're gonna cut to live camera right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the camera right here in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards. Now there they are. And we get a good shot of that. Great. Everybody that's standing, with the power of your mind, I want you to think of one of those cards. Remember the color, number, and suit of your card, please. You got it? Good. I'm going to close them, and I'm going to mix them just like that. It's impossible for me to know what card everyone's thinking of, but I do know where your card is. It's in my hand. I'm lying to you. I really am. Because the card you're thinking of is not in my hand. It's in your mind. I really want you to check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, one card has left my hand. Please acknowledge me by sitting down if your card is missing.
Come on!
I want to say thank you for having me here tonight. I had a blast. My name's Bobby. Good night. God bless. Thank you.